Also, that was probably a tad bit loud. Audio doesn't seem to want to carry through though. Interesting. Sorry, everybody, bear with me a little bit here. Getting situated with the new program. Resituated with the game. Figure what the fuck's going on and shit. I need to volume up. I should be fine. I just volumed it down. And I just moved it. The mic was a little far in my face, and I wasn't fully talking yet. Because I was kind of mumbling to myself. I was trying to figure out what was going on. I should be good now. There's like, I see the levels in the corner. I noticed, as you said, that the mic was out a little far, and I was kind of mumbling because I was trying to figure it out. Okay, I do want to check though. So if I Alt-Tab out of the game, it's not going to show up there, but does the audio cut out? Because in terms, I'm looking on the thing now, and it doesn't, the bar's not showing me that there's any audio coming from that end of it. Here it does. But if I'm over here, there's no audio but my voice. Is it just me audio right now? Is there no game? And now game's back. Okay, well, I'm looking at the game right now, so you can't see. But if I do this, does it cut out the game audio? Is it just me talking? Is there... That's what I thought, because I'm looking at it and saying it's not registering any other audio, but that's weird. It's the only game it's done that with. Just interesting. Sorry, we're gonna go right into gameplay on that one, guys. Minor bit of troubleshooting and coming to full grips and coherentness with the new program, which again, I enjoy it better. But coming back to this game, which, yeah, back up because I'm going for Hagalaz. I think I got all the side shit. It's just the boss. Doesn't look like anything's untouched. This might be fun just because I'm just not having a great time with this boss. It's got weird. I do remember it's wonderful in terms of how it's designed and it looks and everything like that, but there is a bit of a flaw inherent in the design of the way they set up some of the physics on this isometric presentation with kind of the hand-drawn Disney-looking. Yeah, yeah, with the funky hitboxes. It is like a really cool fight and like aesthetically gorgeously awesome, but they didn't think through some of the way they programmed how the art style works, and there is a weird ass hitbox on her where she can shove you around and into things without you being able to actually hit her, and she's not touching you. It's awkward. I was raging pretty hard at it, so we are going to start off with a, light boof. I want to try to get through, but yeah, this Hagalaz is not nice. And I really, really wish like it played better because mechanically as a fight, it's really fucking cool and well done. It's just that small detail if they didn't tighten up that tiny little bit on the programming and the art style, and it's got that weird hitbox where she's not actually touching me but can fucking shove me around the screen, but I can't return damage on her. It's awkward as shit. Now, you would think if she's physically shoving me with her shin, I'd be able to hit it with my axe. No. And again, even just from the still, like, you can see how visually fucking cool this fight is. Like, the color pastel, the design of it, color palette, but, like, it meant to pastel in my head, too, because it's got sort of a wispy pastel look, almost. A lot of the way the, art style kind of reminds me of is, it's obviously set in Norse, but the way that the art style kind of punches in the little bit of stylization and the colorization shadow drop makes me feel a lot. It gives me a lot of a feel of like Disney's Hercules. It's that kind of art direction, which is really really cool. It definitely makes the game's visuals pop. It just unfortunately here gets iffy in functionality. It got a little bit irritating, but I could deal with it in most of the other parts. But the Hagalaz is a full-on like raid boss fight. She's got some pretty serious mechanics. Her phase two, she fucking duplicates, and they don't hit roll on the exact same move setup. They'll bounce back and forth on what they're doing, so you really have to pay attention. And one of the things she likes to do is drop these little like mine sections, basically your classic sort of bit of bullet hell or action adventure platformer boss trope where half of your floor is now not traversable because it'll hurt you. So you combine it all together in what is like a bunch of really cool and well put together parts on their own, sum up in a very awkward way. And I just like I don't even be a shit about it. Like I said, it's a cool fight. I don't want to jip Hagalaz ever do, but At the same time, bitch, get stuffed and let me continue with the rest of the fucking story here. I don't know, hey, maybe it'll be like what happened to me with the original Splinter Cell way back in the fucking day. Shot through the first 3 missions pretty easy, hit mission 4, the CIA mission, where you're not allowed to kill anybody, and I think it was like a week and a half of my brain feeling like it was licking out its ears, just getting pissed off at what was happening. Like really dumb fail states that didn't seem to make a lot of sense, so I said, fuck this game, stopped playing for a little bit, came back to it a couple months later, and like one-shot it. Same thing happened on Mission 7. Can't remember if it was actually Hong Kong or just Chinatown. I feel like it was actually Hong Kong, though. Like, I think you actually went to China and stuff like that, and around that area, and had to do a couple things. Because after that, the next couple of missions were up in, like, Russia. But yeah, I'm wondering if, that's what's going to happen here, is I didn't touch it for a couple ones. Didn't think about it, somehow come back and just smash it and go, why was I having so much trouble with that? I mean, like, logically, I know why. I kind of went over it quite a bit in the way that what is a bunch of actually well thought out and cool, should be fun to play mechanics, great art style, and things like that come together in a very awkward way that does not work as intended. Unless it's just, me and my weird curse of, hi, I'm Clefty and I break games. Which is entirely possible, and hey, that might have fucked off in the months in between. We are going to get started here in a minute, finishing my smoke and have a little bit more bowl. It's kind of mentally prepping for in case the fucking resumes. And I am mercilessly hurled about the eye of the storm. Like a toddler in an industrial dryer. I don't even think, like, some of the other ones you could get a good couple womps off right off the start while they were kind of getting their, hey, what the fuck, get up animation in. I don't even think you can, from what I remember, I don't even think you can do that from her. I think you get the one in that kind of wakes her up, she gets pissed off, and then, like, fizzles out and pops back in somewhere else. And then the whole time you're kind of chasing her or just awkwardly getting pushed out of the way or by her, but feel like, that stereotypical cartoon thing about the little short guy trying to fight a big guy where he just puts his hand on the little guy's head and the little guy's like, yeah, swinging at nothing. It kind of feels like that. It's just shoving you around the thing, not actually touching you, and you're swinging for all you're worth, but can't even catch a chunk off her big toe. We shall see. I don't think this got any patches that I noticed. So if it wasn't just me finding a way to break games again, and it is a bug, it might happen some more. But I did look through the reviews just to see if anybody else mentioned it, and not that I could see. So I'm somewhat optimistic that it's just me and my weird curse to break games. Which retrospectively sounds kind of odd to say. Alright, you. Well, the one thing is, like, that shouldn't just be straight cut to Hagel. There should be more syllables to that. I think I'm full up, so I don't think this Mimir is going to do anything for me. Yeah, it didn't refresh anything. So I basically wasted that. Yeah. Remember how to button. And B is magic, okay? See, there's that weird thing again. She's got a fucking weird hitbox. Hit your toesies. Shit, I didn't realize I was getting hit. Ah, I couldn't get out of that. I forgot about this. Ow! Get out of that! Shit. I was trying to catch that before that happened. Okay, she's not awkwardly bumping me around as much, but I gotta remember the fucking lightning strikes and not just stand there trying to hit her. That wasn't intelligent. I should have put the shield up for that. Go out, please. Not fling yourself back out of the ashtray. Out of heals. Because I had to use 2. I just sat there and fucking soaked lightning bolts like an idiot. Ah! Yeah, I just got fucking raffle stomped. It wouldn't. That was the fucking hitbox right there. There was so much space around her, and it wouldn't fucking let me move. And then just sat me there to get fucking smashed by the other one. That was the hitbox right there. I was doing so fucking well, too. gonna go with speed first to try to keep up with her and just get more hits in. Plus, I can get more hits in doing it. That shouldn't have hit me. Ah, fuck you with that. Like, those have got to be actually just to hit those. Like, I feel like there's got to be more to those than that. Fuck. That didn't hit me though. What fucking fuckery is that shit? Why did Thor not hammer? Fuck off, dude. Why did he not? I don't get why he didn't hammer. And I'm getting hit with the bullshit hitbox garbage again. Where I'm getting shock damage from those things when they're nowhere near me. Like, how was that not hitting her? It's so inconsistent. I can't get out of it. Like, fucking lovely, dude. I'm fucked. Yeah, she's lovely. How you doing, Lale? Fuck! Nah, you cunt biscuit! Fuck! And there's the split. Now I'm fucked. Fuck! Ah! Dudes! Mini dudes! Shit! This hitbox garbage, man. This should be a really cool fight. It really should. But this shit where I'm taking damage when those things are flying fucking 10 feet away from me and then literally under her toesies and inconsistently, I got your toe! Oh, I missed your toe! I got your toe! I missed your toe! Fair. Fair. As I'm at Hagalaz. Apparently, very magical toes. Miyazaki would be pleased. Alright. You have now officially earned me throwing out a new nickname for you, Hagalaz. Enter Thundercunt. Although, you know, I don't see her juggling cocks. Oh yeah, of course I was going there. Yeah, but that's like way up there. M small. The only thing I can even hit is her fucking tootsies. If I had the ability to actually like aim something, yeah, I'd probably just aim for her box and be like, ah, yeah, get down here, bitch. Alrighty, let's fucking try this shit again. Hi! Can I just Thor the crap out of you now? Nope! I wasted that. I mean, if you want to just dirt the hell out there, nope, now you're gonna go Thunder Cunty. She's gone full on Thunder Cunt! Hit her! Nine! Clonkus! Shouldn't she be stunned? I hit her with the hammer! Fuck biscuits. I'll eat that, I got shield. Well, he didn't want to stay up. Fuck. Shit, shit, shit. Fuck. Shit, you. Yeah, I got stuck on her feet there. No, come on. No! Fuck! Let me out! Fuck, fuck, fuck! I don't like that, I don't like that! I don't like it! Oh god! Fuck! It would be funny if it wasn't so goddamn inconsistent. It was funny the first couple of times, and then just the amount of times like I'm okay, she moves this way, track consistently, and I'm just watching. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't hit, and I'm like, did kiddo go to bed? Honey? Did kiddo go to bed? I'm going to require more caffeine for this. The hitboxes are so all over the place. Like, I really want to like the fight. From a design and aesthetic standpoint and mechanics, it's fucking cool. It gives me like a bit of a WoW raid fight feel, especially where she splits and like, oh, now you have to split the raid and be coordinated. But the inconsistency of the hitboxes and where sometimes you get stuck on shit and she can just bully you around and you can't move, and it's like, bro, why? Why though? But why though? Even though shit got a pretty precise nature of, there's the lightning rods that randomly put off shit that go everywhere and you gotta dodge that. Cool, except that the hitbox is so inconsistent. I can have them be my fucking character length away and take damage from it. Or I can accidentally trip on one and then not get hit. It's like, huh? Ma! True. Reminds me, I need to rune cast again. I haven't done it in a while. Let me see if I can actually get that right off the hop. Wampus! She did not get stunned. Fuck beans. Okay, so I can't stun her in that. Fuck! Get the fuck over there. Give me your tootsies, bitch. Fuck! That shouldn't have hit. Neither should that. You have that. Damn it! Ah! Well, I can get them to hit each other with it, though. That's the one thing that is helpful. Oh! Bah! Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck! Shit! Fuck! Come on! I'm dead. I can't get out. Yeah, it fucking stuck me on something again. Ugh! Yeah, that tracks. Strange Hand says hello. Okay, is there something I'm fucking missing here? Like, I'm doing everything I can to stay out of that shit. Try to pile on as much damage and stun as I can. You can get them to shoot each other, but it is really hard to get out of there and not take the damage when that happens. The only thing I can think maybe it's gonna be really fucking annoying to set up because they just sort of poured all over the place at random. Is see if I can get them to. It's the other things they don't do the same ability at the same time, so I couldn't get that to work. Because I was gonna see if I could get them to both to do the big power bolt. Try to word. I am trying that. It's just it's so RNG too, because they don't do the same thing at the same time. The one will power up for the big beam, and the other one will be doing the lightning that fucking just falls around everywhere. And then you have those lightning rods that are throwing lightning out that you have to dodge all over the fucking place. And like I said, the hitbox is annoyingly inconsistent. If I could get them to do the same thing at the same time, I could try to see if I could kite them in a position to both like power bolt and see if I could try to dodge out of the way and get them to just fucking zap each other. You know, pull a Larry Moe and Curly with this shit. But as far as I've seen, they alternate what they're doing. The one of them soups up the power bolt while the other one giggles. Okay. That in no way is obvious. I was trying to fuck with the towers as much as I could, dude. There's nothing that was showing up that the towers were interactable. I'm gonna call a little bit of shenanigans on that design. Also, yes, I will show off my nerdy mug. It says Boom in the Doom font and has an Evil Dead splash. Seriously, because she's hit the fucking towers with lightning and there was never any visual cue that anything happened out of that. The only visual cue I got out of her not hitting me with the lightning was hitting her copy of herself and knocking her the fuck out. Yeah, fair. It's just there was no, from what I could tell, there was no visual cue for the towers interacting to her lightning. I thought maybe if I hit them, something happened, but like I was hitting them and nothing would happen. I'm all for having a fun and interesting mechanic to the boss fight. It just, there should be a way for me to grok it. Also, I'm pretty sure there's more than 4 towers. If they're talking about the little lightning rod crystal thingies, pretty sure there's more than 4 of those. We'll see, but maybe I'm just, the Sofa King and miscounted them, but could have sworn I was looking at more than 4 of them. Just. Alright, Hagalaz. Let's go, you dizzy bitch. What? Hey, hello? What's going on? Buttons? Hello? Buttons? Buttons? Hello? I did that already. Nope, game is totally frozen. See, load. Oh, no, it's not actually going to show up there. I moved my mouse around to check that, see if that was doing anything, and it is doing a. Aside from the fact that I just alt-tabbed, I still hear music. Game derped. Close program. Okay, we're gonna give that a minute. Yeah, I'm not arguing with you about it. If that's what the strategy apparently is, it's just from a design standpoint, that seems a little hard to grok because it didn't really seem like they did anything except just cause me pain. An annoyance because, Dance Monkey Dance. Oh, by the way, this hitbox is hilariously inconsistent. Gee, thanks. I hate it. The thing is, the Thor hammer stuns her itself. And the way that it was going, that I was seeing fuck all for interaction or visual cue as to hit the thingies, that was kind of my only window to actually get some decent damage on her, especially because in her weird wiggling, her hitbox gets all fucking janky. Just like my camera apparently is. Okay. We will try you again. Return to the Thunder Cunt! Someone just yelled at me about an update, I think. But then went away. Oh, shit. Come, come, come here. Always use this option. Right, thank you. You have to refresh the capture. Cool. There, Layla, you get to see a little bit back farther into the main central hub of Gunungaga. With each of the realms that I've cleared so far. Niflheim was the last one there. That was fun. There was a whole terrifying section with there's a whole other zone. There's a whole I haven't been down to the fire zone. But this is where I got led. I couldn't go to the other area. Nothing was open yet. I'm starting to not trust you're doing your job. I appreciate you, but I'm starting to not trust the person that wrote that guide. There's a whole other fucking zone first. Well, it's supposed to be the 5 of them, so the last boss or last zone would have the final boss, but it was just like, Also, I think I read somewhere that that's not actually technically the final boss. Pretty sure at the end of it, the Valknut in the middle fills up, and Odin wants you to prove yourself to him. Tegan, Munin? Yeah.
Hagl. Rún Hagalaz, erfiðleika og glundroða.
I don't need the Mimir. As I am full up on my abilities. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna have to... So, try to get her to ping the fucking pillars, and I gotta watch for some sort of visual cue that it worked. Because if I can't... Well, just as a thing, too, is like I can't move on to the next one if I can't tell if she properly hit the one. I guess I theoretically could, but logically anyways, there's no point trying to move on to the next one if I can't tell if she actually hit the one. I assume, but I swear I've been next to them when she's fucking thrown the lightning bolt and shit too, and I never saw any visual cue. Wasn't looking for it, but it, I feel like, it shouldn't be expecting you to look for that, because you're going to be looking, for the first time through, you're going to be looking anywhere for something to ping, and it should be something that you can go, wait a minute. And thus far, I have not had that wait a minute. Oh, the brownie was pretty good. It was hefty. It didn't look like it, but it was a rich motherfucker. Alright, come on, you. Alright, get you to ping your little lightning rods. Please have a visual cue so I know it works. It's about the only thing I can ask out of that. Is that it's got a visual cue to let me know it did something. Alright, so I'm gonna dance nice and slow back to that one. Let me actually properly count these here. Is it really the 4? Okay, I swear I saw more of these. Right? Like, and that's the thing where I'm just like, I'm not, you know, thank you, honey, for going and looking that up. I'm questioning that logically in my head going, I've done the fight quite a few times. I feel like that should have been a noticeable something happened. I was near those quite a few times. Alright. Maybe I gotta get a hit with this one, or is it with the big bowl? Come down? Hup! Okay, that looks charged. Okay, I'm over here. Throw the big one. Boosh. See, that's doing that on its own. I didn't get hit with that, but okay. Yeah, see, there's no visual distinction, though. Because they're doing that on their own. And she missed that one. They're okay, those ones are pulsing more. Yeah, come down here a little bit, get a better shot, idiot. You missed. Okay. She did not stay stunned very long at all. Like, that was kind of shit. Throw the big one. Like, I didn't even get to... She was up before I even got to hit her. Throw that thing. This was really not obvious. It's still even just the fact that, like, when she hits it, it doesn't read very well. Oh, fuck off. That didn't hit me at all. Eat a dick. Move in the right spot, you fucking... And now she's gonna do that again. Ah, I missed it! I wanted to see if I could get to you. I shouldn't have done that. Throw it. I'm over here now. Ah, of course you're gonna do that. Fuck, fuck, fuck! Yeah, yeah. Hold that up for a minute, so I'm not taking extra. Come on, get the shot. Yeah, this is the part where it sucks, though. No, it's gotta be the big one. That one. Oh, well, she hit the other one. I got weirdly stuck there. That was awkward. That didn't hit. Alright. Cool. There get the last one. Oh no! Get out of there, get out of there! That was all four! Excuse me? Bruh. You kidding? It was. And I got stuck behind her and couldn't move. Her hair fucking pinned me in place. Even though she's all the fucking way down here. I fucking hitbox shit, man. It was lit. It was the first one that got lit. If they time out, that's also kind of bullshit, because she just RNGs all over the fucking place. I don't think so, though, because she hit it with the other ones and it didn't seem to do it. The only one that it seemed to get that more charged reaction out of was the big bolt. I was dancing around it with the other one and it didn't look like it got it. How did that not hit? Come on, this fucking hitbox horse shit, dude. That bottom one should be charged. Okay, it's charged. Dodge back. Alright, come on over here then. I'm on then. Let's get a twofer. Or that, I guess. Okay, there's a twofer. Come on, then. I think that's stupid, too, that I get hit with that. Fuck! Come on, then. Okay, that's 2. Take a shot at me, come on. Come get me again. Alright, take a shot down here. It didn't really seem like it was because of her hitting them before, it seemed like they were just turning on. Oh, wrong button! That should get him, that should get him. Ah, come on! Got me stuck on nothing again. Thanks for that. And there it is. Oh, fuck off. That's not even done? I just got an achievement. Again, I questioned the person who made the guide. I questioned the person that made the guide. I got an achievement, and clearly I just beat it. Yeah, I'm just like, huh?
Að þeim örlaðaríka bardaga loknum tók ég við réttmætu hlutverki mínu í stað föður míns. Ásamt áhöfn minni sigldi ég höfin og við héldum áfram að færa ættbálki okkar velmegun. Lífið gekk sinn vanagang þar til rán, gyðja sjávarins, leysti ógnarkraft sinn úr viðjum gegn okkur. Sökti skipi okkar og myrti okkur öll. Ég sá alltaf fyrir mér að ég myndi láta lífið í bardaga, verði síðan boðin velkomin til Valhallar af valkyrjum Óðins. Í dauða mínum hefur mér verið gefið annað tækifæri.
Finger slipped on the coffee because it spilled early.
Hef ég sigrað jötnan.
That was almost bad.
Ég mun yfirbuga síðasta óvinnin og sanna mig enn og aftur. Ég heiti Þóra og ég mun ekki missa móðinn frammi fyrir tröllvöxnum óvinnum mínum. Ég mun endurheimta heiður minn. Ég mun ávinna mér
Yes.
goðana.
And in, clearly it's the fire realm I'm going to be facing Sult. What if it's going to actually straight up be Muspelheim or what? Yep, it is. Straight up Muspelheim.
Fyrsti þursinn, getinn af ginnungagapi. Líkami hans myndar jörðina.
I don't know if they're going to change it or not. Because there's been a lot of slight alterations and changes to those myth videos. Thank you. It's sulfur bog? Yeah. That was the one thing I actually really appreciated, that all the vocals are in like a dialect of Old Norse. Like a proper dialect of Old Norse. That looks choppable? It's got marks on it? Okay. That's interesting. So I've got little launchy pads around the swamp. What did I get? What did I find? What did I find? I can't quite see what it is. I can tell it's one of the statues of the gods, probably, but I can't figure it out yet. Tree bridges were a thing up in the actual tree as well, up in Yggdrasil. But hey, how you doing, big sexy? Whoa, apparently I missed that one. Pretty good. Yeah, I took a little hiatus and it went on a little longer than I intended. Ooh. Cool. Partially because my previous streaming program took a shit. Stopped working, so I had to... And then it was the holidays. Also partially because at the beginning of December I got stricken down whatever the fuck was going around. Oh, it was bad. It was just like turbo flu. I have a really strong immune system, and dude, that shit fucked me up. I ended up having to, after about a week and a bit of fighting it and not really be able to eat anything or keep anything down, including water, I ended up having to go to the ER to get fucking IV for fluids and anti-nausea. I lost probably about 15 pounds overall. it looked really kind of gross and skeletal. It was not. And through the whole thing too, is like alternatively shitting, puking, and then doing that thing where I'm buried under like 5 blankets in the bed, but shivering uncontrollably and sweating. Yeah, it was wonderful. It's generally what happens when you have a strong immune system. Usually, when you get sick, it's like, well, it was something fucking real strong. And I'm sorry, and I already told you that. I already apologized for making you sleep next to a Fenvet here, honey. Best way to describe how I felt through all of that was wet, stinky, and dead.
Í upphafi var tóm, ginnungagaf. Af því uxu 2 heimar, Muspelsheimur og Niflheimur. Óratími leið þar til þeir snertust og af snertingu þeirra myndaðist Ymir, fyrsti þursinn.
Okay, I don't have a thing there. Okay, so it's kind of giving me a clue what I need to do. I need to find all the little pieces of mural. Better streaming software actually allows me to do things because although the music doesn't carry properly, although there's not a lot of music there, but there's side sound, I can alt tab it and you don't see it. Now. Means I could properly do my scene changes and shit like that. They had better options for scene changes. And yeah, new decor. This is the other thing I was wondering about the fight when you said phase 3. I'm like, she doesn't have the health for phase 3? Unless it gives her a whole new fucking health bar. In which case, I definitely call shenanigans. What is this, Dark Souls? That's some Miyazaki-ass bullshit there. Okay, cool. Little volcanic I mean, it is Muspelheim. That makes sense. New environmental hazard. Okay, so it's just don't stand on the actual crap part. I wanted to see how exactly it functioned. Ka-chonk. Whee! Well, there's this one.
Á meðan Ymir svaf, storknuðu efnin sem mynduðu líkama hans. Hann hóf að svitna og gat af sér hrimþurrksana.
See, that particularly, actually, I'm gonna, again, stop for a bit of a moment and pack another little bit of bowl while I go off on a bit of a Norse mythology geek tangent. That particularly, I was wondering if they were gonna have this be Muspelheim or not. That is one of the altered versions. Some versions it's Ymir's sweat. Other versions it's Ymir's tears that birthed the frost giants. So that detail in itself of picking that one, I was like, okay, well that is an illustration of actually what I was meaning when I wondered if they were going to have this be straight up Muspelheim or change it. Is because depending on which version or time period of the legend you know or have heard, it's either Ymir's sweat or Ymir's tears. Okay, so I've marked those two. I can tell because they're white as opposed to red. And yeah, certain like that, right? There's as the different dialects, and then you had the different uh, emerging versions of Norse, like Icelandic, Danish, Norwegian, Swedish, and Finnish, and stuff like that, where the translation differences or slight regional changes in how they tell the myth, because that's also how they tell the myths and legends, because that's also a thing, right? Colloquialisms or other things for the way that they change the delivery of the story. Even if something as simple as just day-to-day speech colloquialisms. Think about that, and also just think about like at the time, right? Like there would have been different versions and dialects, right? Just think about today. Even within, even within Norway, right? You probably have slight different versions of Norwegian that are spoken based on where you're at in little kind of colloquial sayings or phrases and ways of speaking. Little like tribal inflections and influences. That's always going to be somewhat of a thing with humanity. It's just part of how we are and how language developed. There's always those little kind of in jokes and codes and shit like that. Yeah, exactly. So that's it's interesting that I was kind of wondering about that, and then they gave me a perfect illustration of that sort of break and variation of language barrier over time in different places and things changing a little bit, word of mouth, the telephone game. Oh yeah, they've like a lot of my Twitch audience is I'm Canadian. A lot of my Twitch audience is American. I do have some people that are Aussie and some people that are European. Um, but I have some other Canadians too, and it was if you were to ask a lot of other Canadians, I sound very American. But if you're to talk to most of the Americans, I sound Canadian as shit. It's in a weird blend because of where I'm sitting too. Is we're a border city with Detroit, so we're very Americanized compared to even an hour outside of our area going north into actual Canada. An hour, 2 hours north of this, there's a belt where it kind of just changes. There's a bit of a phrasing or an accent and trying to think of the other word that I want to use for it. Just, but yeah, there's more. There's a way that a mannerism and everything difference that it's whoop changes. But it's that same thing is especially too. You go back to what the Norse were like, and the other thing is I will go along with the thing is of like Viking for the whole thing. Technically, that's actually wrong. Vikings or Vikinger, that was a job description. You were a raider. But again, it's kind of become the colloquialism for Norse paganism as a culture. I've seen some of his stuff. There's some things I don't agree with, and I find his take is weird. Again, I'm not an expert. Just there's some things that is like I don't know. That seems something about that feels very strange. But I have seen some of his shit. That and I've looked at it like learning some of it from the linguistic and like passed down through the kind of more skald traditions with stuff like fucking Wardruna and Danheim and stuff like that, where they have their own kind of translated, pulled out from Old Norse or bits of mixed in of Danish or Norwegian or whatever that the bits of their languages mixed back and forth that they can get with it. Yeah, I do remember seeing that one. Honestly, though, there's a I definitely don't speak it, but there's something about Old Norse that I can jive with and kind of get. The Old English though, that was a fucking clunky ass language. No, 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 like not ye old English. I'll look up the video and give it to you sometime and like point out what it is. Like Saxon English. It was another fucking language. It's not English, like English. It's another fucking weird ass language. It's messed up. The nearest way I can describe it is peasant hit in the head with a shovel. No, I see. I can follow Old Norse way easier than that. That was the easiest. Yeah, that Middle English was the equivalent of like Old World Lucky Bob. Yeah, I was gonna say that's definitely an Old Norse thing. Um, but no, the yeah, I could follow well enough the Old Norse. That Middle English, it was like, I'm sorry, Dark Ages Lucky Bob? Yuffno! Yuffer! You are correct, sir! There's a couple sounds and like symbols in there that are not things that are really used now. And while there's still an echo of it, because I have heard some more modern Norwegian as well, in the like way that the tongue rolls and is held much more up towards the roof of the mouth, where and that was the one thing I definitely like really realized starting to get into kind of trying to learn and pick up speaking Old Norse. Well, I have fun speaking English and I have a good command of it. It really is a flat tongue language. Comparatively to trying to speak something like Old Norse, where it sounds weird, in a way that she's ours and some of even just some of the other syllables and ways of like moving the words around your mouth. It's almost like performing verbal cunnilingus. And that's kind of the thing that I feel a little bit weird about it. While there is some strangeness comparative to speaking English, I've just kind of jived with trying to pick up Old Norse. I don't, I don't think I speak it over well, and I could probably not speak it super great right now, trying to be under pressure or anything like that. But when I have tried to speak it, and throw the sounds around and everything like that, it's felt fairly natural, as natural as it can be, trying to pick up what's considerably a dead language. But I'm not sitting there, comparatively, I took French in high school. Okay, like we had to at least take 1 year of French. That's part of living in Canada. It's a bilingual country. I feel like I picked up speaking Old Norse better than I can speak French still. And it was a way to try to put that in more perspective, I guess. Is it, trying to speak Old Norse felt more natural to me than trying to speak French that I've learned than still trying to speak French that I've learned years ago and had practice for the years. And I've, only for maybe a little bit over a year really tried speaking and things with Old Norse. I've been Norse Pagan for a while, but like, well, that's the thing is there's the other thing too is that's funny with being Canadian is there's two actually two French accents because there's the proper Parisienne, which is a little bit more. It's more properly European. It's flowery. It's flowy. And then there's the Quebecois, which is a bastard language. It literally is. It's fucking. There's words that they don't have uh the words for in the Quebecois, and there's a different cadence in a way that it's a lot more nasally and kind of just ah. To crudely put it in, I guess, animalistic metaphors, Parisian French is a songbird. Quebecois French is an angry goose. Uh, Cajun is half drunk alligator. But they live in the bog. But it's the same. It's got the same thing. It's kind of a bastard language. There's parts of it that they don't speak French for. There's made up words or partially English words in it. It's not as it's more pleasant to the ear than Quebecois, for sure. Cajun has a little bit of a kind of just a groove about it, where Quebecois is, like I said, it's angry goose. But it's this effectively the same idea as the bastardized version of French. Pretty much, it's some weird, Franglish. Oop, I got more dodge, more lava. Oh, extra fun! I gotta dodge around tree doing it. Cute. Okay, we go back here. Whoop, whoop. Just want to check that there's no secrets. Wonk! Okay, so I gotta go weirdly around that one. Whoop. Gonna stay there for a minute. Yep. Okay, I can go around the bottom of that tree. Cool. Again, all the pretty exploring. The art do absolutely adore the art in this game. I'm a sucker for a good art direction and art style, being someone who's visually artistic. But oh shit! Ah! Goddamn tree! It rendered weird in the fucking smoke. I didn't see it till I was stuck on it. Whoop! Almost got a toasty there. Hi, Mimir. I don't really need a top up right now, but I know where the Mimir is. And tree bridge. Yeah, that's a common Norwegian expression I've actually heard before. Um, of curiosity too, I know somewhere in my bloodline, uh, the I didn't just randomly pick out of a hat being Norse pagan. Somewhere in my bloodline there is Norse. I'm not sure what it is. Not sure what Scandinavian country I'm from. I've had a lot of people tell me that they think I look Norwegian, but I don't know. I haven't actually tried to trace it. And if you were curious beyond that as well, um, that is one of the reasons why today's theme is Thursday. Uh, to celebrate that and my overall theming, having the Vigvisir behind me, uh, the runes on it, having the Valknut as part of my theming, the Dark Woods. My three patron gods are Thor, Loki, and Odin, and my three patron beasts are, well, I guess it's technically before because one's a split. Hugin and Munin, Jormungandr, and Fenrir. Hence the wolf bracelet. And I have a serpent ring for Jormungandr, which coincidentally actually looks a hell of a lot like the ring that Aragorn wears in the Lord of the Rings movies. I didn't notice it when I first got it. I was just like, okay, it's a ring that represents Jormungandr for me. And then I was hanging out in a Discord I'm no longer part of. We were doing a watch party for Lord of the Rings, and I went, "Fuck me! Wait a minute!" Pooped on my camera and went, "Anybody else see that?" No. Thus far, Deus has been quite a satisfactory shield maiden. More than satisfactory, but you know. That was meant to come off as an endearing, and it came off as kind of dismissive, and I didn't want it to. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'm just gonna sit here and stroke my beard and look pretty for a minute. Alright, so trying to figure out where I'm in relation, because there's no. I get the whole area. I can see. Okay, The lines are the fucking pushy pads and where they go. But there's no helpful you are here. I gotta try to recognize the one that I'm on. Which means I'm gonna need to run around and get a little bit of an idea of what the pad looks like. It's like I don't hate the idea of a design. I don't absolutely hate it in a sense though either, because it kind of holds the level of immersion up, right? This is supposed to be Old Norse, right? Like they're speaking a very old dialect of Norse. The narrator, dude, that's Odin. The one that when it's not Thora speaking, it's Odin. When the dude voice that's talking to her, that's Odin. This is her afterlife. The little bits that she's been telling are her story of what happened. Is she was always the strongest out of her and her brother, and her father favored her, and her brother was a jealous piece of shit. And they went raiding one time, and in the chaos, her brother killed her father, and then killed her, or was going to try to kill her and take the Thane away from her, the Thaindom, the Jarldom away from her, take all the people away from her, and obviously ruled them in a really shitty way because he was a selfish prick. And then when there was a storm on the sea, he took advantage of it and kind of bumped into her and knocked her off the boat. She died. And this is basically her afterlife dealing with it, and Odin's test for her glory. And then you found out pieces of what happened as you've gone through the story and started taking out these Jotun. It's a really cool game. Occasionally frustrating, as you can see with some of the hitbox shit in the Hagalaz fight. But I love the visual aesthetic and the actual mechanic design of the fight. It was great. It was just a little fucky, and it probably could have used a little bit more QA time. But I cannot recommend this game enough. If you enjoy anything about Norse mythology, if you enjoy kind of cute art, cool art styles, adventure action games, excuse me, I've got a weird hiccup. I definitely recommend it. It's, think like, at least in terms of Canadian, it was like 20 bucks on Steam. It was worth it. Yeah, yeah, I got it on Steam. I think it's on the consoles as well, but I got it on Steam. I actually, but because I can alt tab properly, I'm gonna look it up right now and see what I paid for it. It could be on sale too, because it's the got that big springtime sale going on right now. Like half of my wish list is marked as on sale. Store page. Not marked as on sale, but yeah, it was like 20 bucks. Oh, Steam sales are dangerous. They always are. Streaming has been both a help and a curse on trying to get through my massive library because I already had a massive backlog of shit on my console where I started playing from, and I started streaming from there before I was able to get PC because I had last time until the last couple of years where I've been on PC that I had a PC was college. I'm gonna be 35 this year. It's been a bit. Like we're talking original run Burning Crusade Wrath of the Lich King was the last time I had a PC. So I was a console guy for a long time because I could my PC took a shit and I couldn't afford it. Like now having one again and having access to Steam and like some of the extra games and things that you can't get otherwise, or even the games that you can get where they run at a better frame rate and things like that, or you get access to mods. I kind of understand the idea of PC master race, but I still fucking hate the elitism idea. Because at the same time, of course, you're paying 2K for a fucking custom built machine. A console is kind of like the basic poor man's version of access to video games that are kind of dumbed down so you can get them at a reasonable price, and the internet and other things like that. That's kind of the point of it. It's not supposed to be the same thing. So I never got those people that were fucking douches like that. I find it's back and forth depending on what they're playing. I'm playing this with a controller. Something like this, a lot of the times, I find does play a little bit better with a controller. First person shooters, while I was a console guy for a long time and can still somewhat competently play some first person shooters on the console, mouse keyboard all day. Mouse keyboard all day. You can get way better precision, speed, flexibility out of it, for sure. But a lot of times, third person actioners or something like a Gear where it's a cover shooter, it plays a lot better in the on controller and the button layout's less weird. Even though, yes, MKB, a lot of times you theoretically have more remap options, which that is another thing I do appreciate, especially for some of my shooters, getting a good mouse that has thumb buttons for my Quake, where I can bind my quick options for, rocket launcher, lightning gun, gauntlet, and shit like that to really quick things so I don't have to fucking fiddle around with beat and keys and can keep moving. That shit's cool, but I also play The Crew, which is a racing game. Ain't no way I'm trying to play that with mouse and keyboard the way that I have my mouse set up for FPS games. I'm gonna be crashing into everything with the slightest fucking movement. Controller for a driving game, 100% controller. It plays it so much better. Now, if I had the money to, I'd probably get a steering wheel again. I used to have one of those way back in fucking high school with my PS2 for Gran Turismo 3. I might not directly right now, just because I don't know if I'd have the room to properly set it up in the way that our office setup is. But I think it would be cool to add some, extra fun and dimensions to the cruise ship, which I'm laying into bringing out as content for Wildcard Wednesday's subsequent split off after I finish the current feature things for it. So I'm kind of babbling for a minute, but we're getting into a bit of talk. This does happen a lot on my channel. I do apologize. And I would like to take a moment while I'm babbling to once again just thank everybody for coming to hang out. It really means a lot. And Leo, I do appreciate that you're so talkative. I do. Like I love being able to engage with people. I I do this for fun and to play through games, but this is one of the other things is just to like nerd the fuck out with people. That's one of the reasons why I got into it. I enjoy when people engage with that and we can have kind of a nerdy discussion about shit. Yeah, I do like hanging out with Scar and being chatty, but sometimes I do. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I piss him off when it's like, "Sorry, dude, I'm just trying to be like amusing," or like, "You seem like you're a little irritated trying to edit this. I'm trying to just make you laugh." I think that's also partly me. It's like that's still. I'm gonna be honest with it. I think that is honestly that's something I've been dealing with as part of my own mental health issues and certain things through my own past. It's like I misread things a lot and I'm very hard on myself, so I'll imagine shit there sometimes, and sometimes it's turned out to be my instincts were right, but sometimes it's just like no, you just fucked it up, dumbass. Live and learn. We all have our own little issues and shit, right? It's a weird paranoia thing. It's just especially because and it's gonna dive. I'm gonna dive back into like to expand on something what I was talking about before about the Lord of the Rings thing, especially on Twitch too, where it's sometimes really hard to see how things come across or read or how like that community I was a part of. I was kind of did the same thing, but I had somebody take something horribly out of context and then wouldn't even let me explain myself and went on this whole fucking soapbox rant to be a martyr and like how I'm this massive douchebag and suddenly this accusation that I'm a homophobic racist is getting thrown around. I'm like, fucking what? Excuse me? And I've had some other weird shit happen like that with communities on Twitch. So not that I could say like I think Scar would ever be like that, but like I've just got this weird thing now where I I'm trying to be like weirdly cognizant of how shit just comes across really strange sometimes, and there are some fucking weird people on Twitch that are just gonna take it and try to do everything they can to fuck you in the wrong way. No courtesy reach around, no lube. I try to be, I, but I also want to try to be open and try to like, and that's the thing is like I'll give people a try sometime, but if I am not vibing after hanging out for a couple streams and I feel like I'm stressed, I'm unfollowing you and bye. Like I'm not hanging out to be stressed. I want to try to be inclusive. I want to try to find new people and see check out new avenues and new streamers and things like that cuz cool. That's part of the reason that why I got into Twitch too is to share this sort of nerdy passion for games and shit with people. But I've definitely also come across streamers and people that the way that they approach streaming I do not jive with at all. I have a pretty early idea, but like I also try to give people the benefit of the doubt because you know what? I have some fucking off days where, and again, that might just be me being super hard on myself, but I have days where I feel like I didn't put out great content or I was not a gracious host, and it might have come off the wrong way. But catch me on a good day, and my content can be really good. So I try to give that little benefit of the doubt too, where I give a couple tries sometimes. But that's not every time either. You have to have me at least hooked within the 10 minutes to see if I'll be worth even giving it that. Because I've had some where, yeah, it's been okay. I'm interested, hung around for a little bit, come back for a couple of those streams, and then I'm just suddenly really not feeling it, and the vibe here is weird, man. True. I split between like sometimes I'm on mobile, and then a lot of times I'm just sitting here, I'm gaming, and I've got tabs open. So yeah, I can kind of like half distract myself too, where I'm just half listening. I'm doing something. That's fair. I've definitely tailored. I don't just like go at random. I tailor into like some of the games that I have followed or games that I'm interested in or have streamed. Like a lot of split monitors helps. Having dual monitors definitely helps. um, but yeah, for example, I stream a lot of Valheim. I play a lot of Valheim. A lot of the people that I've discovered in the last little while and started following have been I'll click on the Valheim section in Twitch, just go browse, click Valheim, see who's streaming, click through. Sometimes there's not anybody that looks interesting on. Sometimes there is, and I'll just see what they're doing. And I like something with Valheim especially too is being a really creative person and what that game offers. I really enjoy. I, one from just the massive size of it, the scope, the procedural generation that things are different, the way that you can get creative and really in depth with the building. That I love seeing people's approach and what they do with it and how they go about it and kind of sharing little secrets and things back and forth. Seeing what their world seed rolled up. If like, oh, looking at it going, oh, that's a really fucking cool place. I would kind of love to build there. Speaking of, just earlier today, my first part, I started a new Valheim content block for Thursday because the old one, for progress wise, is KIA. We made it through all five original bosses before Mistlands dropped on the 2.0 version of the server because we had to reroll when Hearth and Home originally dropped for it because they couldn't get the updates that they wanted to put in to jive with the old code. So they're like, please, sorry guys, reroll new realms with Hearth. If you want to properly play Hearth and Home stuff, it's gonna get all fucky. Thankfully, they haven't really had that with any of the patches since and things that they laid in. But I had a weird thing happen with that realm in the 2.0 that did definitely lead up. And I had some things happen with Valheim that I swear somebody on the dev team was watching my streams because there were just too many hilariously coincidental updates or things that just went in line with. And I know I couldn't have been the only person who had that line of thinking or wanted a certain thing to happen in the game or a certain like way to kind of change something or upgrade. But the way that it kept happening was like, okay, I swear somebody at Iron Gate is watching my streams, but I know for sure this one happened because I wrote in as "Oh God, help!" It was at about 1,100, 1,200 hours I think played total. I have 2,700 hours played in Valheim at this point. I'm not addicted. You're addicted. Shush. um, that the main realm that was the progress realm and the story realm that I was doing all the stream stuff on. Now I did play off stream too, but yeah, so I wasn't joking when I was kind of playfully throwing at Scar and was like, "Hey, if you ever want just like a bodyguard, dude, let me know." Because he kept having trouble with the trolls while he was trying to build in the forest. There, it was like, I eat trolls for breakfast. I think that was actually when I just shared the one clip that I had just done on the progress stream thing. That's they're all up on the YouTube where. Yeah, I know he's famous. He's in it. He's in it famous. Of course he does. But for something like that, dude, like I don't mind at all. It's I just love I love, like I said, I have 2,700 hours in Valheim. Obviously, I enjoy playing it, and I could just easily spend a lot of time. So it's like, yep, I have no problem kicking the shit out of trolls if you want to build your thing, or like, hey, you want extra help grabbing that, or the build tip because I've fucked around with a bunch of different build styles and everything like that in my 2,700 hours. Hey, there you go. It's gonna make you want to like punch shit less. There you go. Well, the thing I was like, the one that I was getting, had just started as a stream thing is didn't just start that. It was kind of the same thing. I had built it up for a while. Anyway, what I said, wanted to jump to what I said before. The realm glitched and reset, and we lost all the progress. Characters we had kept everything they had on them, but builds, stashed loot, and boss progress, whoop. Oh yeah. Oh god. So I wrote to them and was like, please help. Is there I know it's a long shot, but is there like any possibility you guys have a data backup on your end just because the game was in early access, which is something I forget about Valheim a lot actually because of how polished and fucking amazing it is. Especially considering what we've been getting for fucking AAA games lately that are like fully developed. So I know like early access games a lot, especially with on Steam, like they have not in a malicious way, but they'll kind of like hold on to your data just to see what people are doing and what problems people are possibly running into with the game to, okay, what do we do? How do we develop this? What do we take? Where do we take this type thing? So it's like, hey, it's a kind of a long shot, but is there a possibility you guys have like a data backup on your end where you can sort of reset that for me? I sent it out going in on a Friday, so I didn't expect to hear anything even for a while. Sunday morning. Now I will again also allow for that's giving the time flop right there. I think Iron Gate's Swedish, so that time difference. But it was Sunday morning. I got an email back, and the guy was like, "Oh shit, dude, that sounds horrible. I'm really sorry to tell you we don't have one." But I think we're gonna look into that now. And sure enough, the next patch that came out, that's literally one of the top things that's put on like the patch notes on the side of the thing, was like data backup in case to reinforce reinforce accidental data loss. It was literally in the next fucking patch. One of the top things in there. It was just like, dude. And like I said too, I some of it had to have been coincidental, but the amount of times that it kept happening, certain things that I either expounded upon that I thought were cool and I wished had been fleshed out deeper, or just me nerding out and thinking things were cool and like I would like to see it go in this direction, or little bits of like I love everything about the game, but here's these small bits of improvement. The only one that they literally have not listened to me on, and I swear to God they're listening because of how many times it's happened almost directly after I've said it on stream, it's come into the game or something to, you know, they upgraded the swamps in the game. They put in a new enemy and a new armor set right as we were getting into swamps in that playthrough. They upgraded the mountains and put in actual dungeons and a whole new set of enemies and armor right as we were getting into the mountains in that playthrough. All these other things, like I was like, dude, somebody has to be watching these, and that's fucking awesome. I also, again, I know that with, with good indie studios and shit like that, where it's in EA and they know that people on Twitch are going to be playing it and streaming it, they're gonna go and look to see who's doing it, because again, the same thing as the data read, right? Like they want to see what people are doing it, what their experiences are. It's your bet, it's an extended version of in-house QA testing, or getting people to just check it out. Is you're now kind of doing the public version. Well, I just thought it'd be cool. It was cool even in the sense of like, if I'm one of the sort of tester streams that they're checking out, fuck yes, dude. But again, that may also reflect on they probably have the data on hours played, right? I have 2,700 hours plays. I'm sure there's probably people out there with more hours played, but they're probably going, okay, these people play a fucking lot. Let's look more into this. Oh, that one streams? Hmm. So, it was just kind of a cool, oh, maybe this is going well. Literally the only thing that they haven't done that I've been clamoring for the longest fucking time is allow me to craft something to expand my overall inventory space. Please. Making Yoda is great. The extra 150 carry weight, especially when I'm going mining or going to farm wood, fantastic. But when I get going and I have a full complement of gear and tools and food, bro, I've got like a fucking quarter of my inventory space left. And it's Valheim, where, okay, I ran out of shit for the build. I'm gonna go get shit for the build. Oh, hey, what's that? 3 hours later, right, I was getting shit for the build. You had fun the whole time, but you went off and like went exploring because there was cool shit to do and then things to kill. More or less, it's just like, please, can I like you give? There's so much extra. I end up with so much extra deer hide, and we got off on a huge tangent. I will get back to the game here in a second. Sorry. So much extra deer hide and leather scraps. Like, let me just crap. Even if it's just almost like in Resident Evil 2 with what you can the remake with what you can do with expanding Leon's inventory, where you get those little like 4 pouch slot like 4 slot pouches or something like that. Even something like that would be cool. Just let me craft a little tiny like waist pouch or two or something like that. Let me get one whole extra row of inventory space. It doesn't need to be massive, but that whole extra row, you know how much I can do with that? I don't have to play fucking important item roulette. Or cool item roulette. for which one gets to stay in my bag, so I can pick, and which one has to go, so I can pick up the new cool item. Ah, treat! How did... Hot, hot, hot! Hot! Well, I can break that, it looks like. So at least I have quick way through. Oh, fuck! Hot! Hot! Ow! Me buns is burning. I didn't really see much else to that. Ah. Herp a derp! Oh! That was my bad. Stayed right on that. Thank you for that.
Langt frá Ými myndaðist kýrin auðhumla. Auðhumla sem var sköpuð úr hreinleika og var sleikja ísinn sem hún stóð á. Að 3 dögum liðnum var hún búin að afhjúpa líkama Búra, föður goðanna.
Crunch. Okay, so I've just got a launchy pad over here. Okay, so I've at the bottom ones. There's got to be a tree branch between those two. Okay. Get a packable while I plot my route here. So let me call a quick move. And feel free, Lael, to go check out the YouTube to see the other 5 episodes for this, so you can see like leading up to this and the rest of the game. Because it's all been really, really cool. There should be a link right on the either right here in the chat, because Nightbot is programmed to say it, or there's one on the page. Well, no, you're on mobile, so it'll be right in the chat. I said, wait, no, you're on mobile. It'll be the chat one. No, I don't edit any of them. Realistically, I guess I could / maybe should, but how prolific I am with streaming at the same time too. Like I was talking a little bit about editing today when we were hanging out in Scar's stream, and the last time I edited and having some fun with that. Like, yeah, no problem. No, I get that. I was just saying, no, okay, it'll probably be the one that's on chat just for you to get, just because you're on mobile. You wouldn't be able to hit the second one and open it otherwise. Yeah, the last time I even did any editing was fucking grade 12 in high school, senior year of high school. And it wasn't anything even as complex as what Scar was doing today, of trying to cut together multiple takes for a music video and trying to sync it up with the actual audio. And It was just a doofy little home movie that we, fight scene that we kicked the shit out of each other in. Basically, did WWE. Um, it was fun to make. Got us really famous in the school because the lock on that computer didn't work properly, and that was like a generally used classroom. So pretty much all the different types of classes and different grades had use in the classroom throughout the year. And high school kids not paying attention, right? They're like, oh hey look, computer isn't locked. Let's fuck around. Found all the video footage and just watched the fight scene. So we'd have random kids we didn't even know come up to us on lunch and be like, "Hey man, sick fight scene." Thanks. I mean, cool. It was worth it. It paid off. We did kind of bleed and get a little bit fucked up for that fight scene. And yeah, the one I was talking a little bit about, where it started in the stairwell at the school, and then he threw me through the door at the end, and that was the transition for later on when I went and threw myself through some particle board into the barn. I, I mean, yeah, but it was like the first part we did the whole making fun of the whole like cheesy just like bravado talk down and then charging at each other, and then we were trying to not really get fucked up falling down the stairs and what was supposed to be like a we're fighting each other heat, but then we went back and watched it and it was like we both kind of watched, looked at each other, and went, dude, that looks fake as fuck. Like you can see us just kind of trying to pull it and like put our hands out, and it's like that. No, that looks terrible. We got to do it again, and we got to like really do it. So we just kind of like got back up, added just a little bit of ad libbing end to the trash talk before doing it to kind of like spur into getting the moment gone, and then went sort of just like eyeballed each other, went, all right, fuck it, full on sprinted, smashed into each other with like an elbow, and like bounced off the wall and the railing, and then down the fucking stairs hard, kicking each other the whole way down and everything, with like our feet bouncing and smashing each other's head against the stairs, fucking falling a heap on the bottom, like, oh. Literally all we heard was just our Bond girl holding the camera going, beep beep, are you guys okay? As we're just like, oh dude, please tell me you got the shot. Yeah, pretty much. Please tell me you got that. he literally said that after too, because the one part, like, I'm fucking tall, right? I'm 6'5". So as we're rolling down the stairs, he kicked me hard, bounced my fucking head hard like, into the stairs with his fucking foot coming down on top of me. Now he was shorter, but he was stocky, so he was hefty. His foot just went what, which made me kind of twitch, and my leg came out and like shoved his face into the railing on it, and as we were rolling down, so he kind of went. Looked great. It looked absolutely fantastic because it was 100% real. But yeah, we just hit the bottom. We're like, oh, fuck. Beep beep. You okay? Please tell me you got that. That was just the start. And then from there, we went to throwing punches and throwing each other against the wall. Went towards the back, exit out of the stairwell. He threw me out that door into the garden area. While I'm flying out the door, I look down at the pavement and see that there's a hose nozzle sitting with the handle up like this, right where my ribs are coming down. I went, oh, great. Wham! Uh, uh. Gardner looks up, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Get up. The take where we cut it into from that, where I ran and like jumped through the particle board into the barn after, we're again getting off on another tangent, but into the barn to do like the fight scene proper. So because at that time, me and this guy both lived out in the county. And we had a friend nearby who they had a family barn, and they weren't really using it, so we used the upstairs at the barn and just to beat the shit out of each other and basically and film it. I went flying through this particle board, slammed into the floor, rolled over a couple times, and then if you looked really closely on the camera angle, you could see my face kind of go, because there was this piece of jagged metal sticking up from the barn floor that kind of went, yeep, right up against my rib cage, and it was like, oh, that would have sucked. So if you look really close, you can kind of see me just roll and take the hit and then go, woof. We set up these two dressers with the particle board over it. It was super, WWE. Particle board looks, it looks tough, but you break it super easy, right? So you just fucking break each other through it. It's the same shit as they make a lot of the tables out of. So we were going for that table setup, but we didn't realize that the way that we set up the dressers wasn't facing the proper way, so the back of one of them was out, and it had nails about that long sticking out, and we didn't notice it till he power bombed me through. And I went, there was nails there! Fought each other across the other way, then the aluminum baseball bat came out, at which point we were sweaty. So when he went to hit me with it, he lost his grip and actually smashed me in the ribs really hard. Then I turned it up, and because my hands were sweaty, I lost grip on it and actually kind of bopped him in the chin for the final execution, which was to kind of knock him out of the hayloft to the hay bale below that he kind of missed. To the point that afterwards, like we kept filming and then we cut it and basically put it after some of the blooper things is like the extended cut where the cameraman kind of walked up and just watched him get out of there. As he was standing up, he landed goofy and his arm was doing this for the next 20 minutes. Yeah, Nix, if you watch this VOD, don't do this shit. As your dad, no. No. I'm laughing about it, but I'm also laughing because it was dumb. Would totally do it again, though. That fire don't stop. Luckily, it's not burning the tree. Yeah, I saw a post relevant to that the other day and I just kind of giggled. Because I kind of break that rule. Whoop. Alright, finish with your halt. Oh, hot. Just let me check if there's anything down. No, I think that's where I landed. Yeah. Oops. I do appreciate you coming by and getting super involved in nerdy conversations. So fuck! Halt! Hot! 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 Okay, where the fuck am I supposed to go with this one? That's, she's a little aggressive there, bud. Not a problem. Probably a good idea if you get some sleep. Oh! Yeah, am I supposed to? I got a shield. I'm gonna have to shield do that. It's the only thing I can think of. It's the only thing I can think of because it's like that's just aggressive as shit. Because it wanted me to shield through it. Nothing over that way. Okay. Bonk. Okay, I think I'm about to land on. This is gonna have another tile on it. Yep. I know where I am. I know where I am.
Sem giftist Bestlu. Saman eignust þau 3 syni. Vilja, Vé og Óðinn. Þeir sem fæddir voru af ís og eldi höfðu góða náttúru. Á meðan þeir sem fæddir voru af skemmdum efnum báru myrkur í hjarta sér.
You're breakable. Honk. Ooh, yes, I will take the piece of the golden apple. Give. Ethan. I will take that bonus, thank you. I will. Once again, I do really appreciate the follow and you stopping by and hanging out. It means a lot. Have a good sleep. Okay, how the fuck do I get to you? There's gotta be a tree from one of those that I didn't catch. Because there's a thing there I didn't get. I'm probably just gonna wrap up this section and leave the other half of it in the boss fight for next time. Okay, so this goes over here. Just gonna have a tree to that probably then. Hot. Or that. See, that's the other thing is I don't think these paths are exactly right and consistent either. I've caught that with one of the other ones, is they didn't feel like they 100% lined up. Yet some of them are a little bit off. Shoot over. Let me shoot over and see what's over here. Okay, it was just a peek to if I didn't discover Ethan over there to let you know, hey, dummy, there's a secret there. Whoop. That was a little awkward. Sometimes the hitbox on that one's a little goofy too. Alright, not gonna let me go around that one. This feels like a shield again. Or just time the fuck out of it. Yeah, that one's not constantly going. It's just more aggressive timing. I don't think there's anything else over there. Kinda gotta check though. No? Okay. That one's kind of cool. Reorient the direction on it. It's the same one. That's interesting. As far as design aesthetics and everything like that too, even more than just the visual, I've really enjoyed a lot of the way that they've set up a lot of these levels. And the little like puzzles to get around and shit.
Vilji vé og óðinn, drapu þursinn Ými. Hold hans var að jörðinni, blóð hans var að vatni. Hár hans var að grasi og trjám. Hauskúpa hans var að himninum, sem haldið uppi af 4 dvergum. Þannig var okkar heimur skapaður.
There we go over here.
Sköpunargoðsögninni hefur verið lokið.
Is this gonna spit out a boss at me? Or a mini boss? No, I gotta go inside, but I'm trying to figure out how I'd go about getting to that little... Here, you know, actually, you can see my cursor? Right here. I'll come back up to get that. If I can. Might not be able to do it. I might have to come back in another time to reset the patterns. Reset the platforms there. Alrighty. Did something render funny there? Okay. I got the rune, baby. Oh, there's a breakable thing up there. See you.
Þú hefur fundið rún í blóði Ýmis. Haltu áfram að kanna svæðið eða snúðu aftur í ginnungagap.
Okay, but if I can break it, why can't I move past that point? That feels a little weird. That feels a little weird. Most of the time when they put those somewhere, it opens an alternate path. So if I could break that, why can't I move past it? I think I'm gonna have to come back in to get the platforms to reset. Is there other directions I can take out of this? I don't think so. Looks like they're all gone, so I would have to just jump straight to GNU Gap. Oh wait, there's one. I was like, continued exploring is an option, so I figured like they would give you one to be able to fuck around with. That just reset them. Because I just saw that go flying back. Again, take a minute to thank everybody for coming out and hanging out. Even if you're just lurking, a lurk is still a lure when we live before. Hopefully, as always, you're finding the content stimulating and satisfying to you. It's the point of why we come here and play these games, and despite little bits of frustration occasionally, I'm really enjoying this. I'm finding it very, very satisfying. Oh, get around there! What you doing? That was weird. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? You're trying to show me something with the camera, but I don't really feel like it was going anywhere? Question mark? This is, yeah, I think this is where I came in. So we want to go... Should I not be able to go this way? Because I thought I could? Okay, I fucked that up. I fucked it up! What do I do? I fucked it up. Okay, so that launches there. Get me back over. And up. Okay, so... Do I want the one straight down? That one didn't reset. But I saw you come back across this way. Or is it just this one? No, it was that one up there. So I'm just gonna like completely have to try to backwards construct it if I can. Whoop. Hot. Hey, what bullshit? Wasn't I just at this one? Just came across, it's got a down. And it's got a higher up. Trying to figure out which one that is. Yeah, see, I don't think this one's properly represented. There are 3 paths off this one, and I don't see any that have 3 paths. It just stepped weird when I went to try to throw that one. Okay, so this is by the apple. Okay, I know where I'm at now. Thank you. It allows me to orient at least. But yeah, that's the fact that this one has more than 2 paths is not properly represented on the map. So I can go down here. And this one goes down towards this area here that actually should have a thing on it, no? Again, yeah, not quite accurately represented. I question that hitbox a little. Okay, so it's that one, which Ethan's up there. This scoots that way, there. I missed where I was supposed to be going on that. Shit! Not great, but I'm alright. Eat never stab. Kiss up, won't stop. Okay, so that one. There's nothing on the bottom side. Whoop. And move in certain ways, sometimes try to get the camera to do things. Woo! That's awkward. That didn't really give me... I could have moved somewhere like this, technically, and it wouldn't let me. There was a weird invisible wall on it. Ow. There, that's the fucking bridge I missed. Oh, shit. Victory's won! Relinquish the gift from thine fiery bosom!
Mér hlotnast lyftur hraði.
Ah!
Heilsi þér Freyja. Gið ég stríðs og frjósemi.
Get another speed. Nice. I'm trying to remember how to get back up and just take the long way out. Whoosh! And now we get out of here. Woo! It's probably a little toasty there. Oops. That was my bad. I actually walked into that one. Which way was this one going again? There it is. This is Ithun. The one with the apple. It's a little wonky. Nope, not quite close enough. Launch it that way. Alright. I'm just gonna have to return the canoe and grab them that way. And then I'll move to click the next area over just so it saves that properly. But, let's see again. Yeah, okay, I discovered everything. Whoop! Did not mean to hit that button, wasted that. Big one will be the boss after.
Mikilfenglegur gígur, fullur af logandi fjandmönnum.
Fire giants, probably. Nice. Well, there we go. That's been another episode of Jotun Valhalla edition for part 2 of our Return to Thor's Day content. Thank you for joining, everybody. Hopefully, as always, you found the content stimulating and satisfying to your ears. It's the point of why we come here and play these games. I really enjoyed having all of you come out, even if you're just lurking. A lurk still live and we live you for it. I do enjoy when people talk and will nerd the fuck out with me, but I also just enjoy that people enjoy coming by to just hang out and watch. Like that still means something to me. It's cool. I'm just having fun, kind of going through and checking out games and being a nerdy dumbass, but it gives me more inspiration and encourages me to have more fun with it and keep doing it. That people are here and enjoying what I'm putting out. So thank you very much. I will be back tomorrow for FPS Friday, and that is a long-awaited return to Turbo Overkill to start into episode 2 of that. And I cannot fucking wait. I've been wanting to play it. It was the same thing as when I had it in the first place. I had it sitting in my library for a little while and really wanted to play it. Because maybe even more so than Valheim, it's like somebody reached into my head and went, hey, here's a game that like we just made from your head. Awesome. But I wanted it was definitely one of those things that I wanted to be the first experience I wanted to have here on stream with all of you guys. So it was just sitting there in my library going, you want to play me? I was like, well, I fucking do! I do! But I promised myself I'd debut it on stream. And I've got a couple other ones that are like that for FPS Friday features after I get through that, where it's like I've been looking at them and I've had them for a little while and going, I really want to play you. But I want to wait. I don't want to have them feature like my first fresh experience with it is here. There's other ones like what I did for my back to streaming celebration, Ultimate Doom. I grew up playing that. Fucking probably play the game through with my eyes closed half the time. Maybe not on ultra violence, but I could. And there's some of the stream content I'm going to be doing is stuff like that where it's a favorite that I'm highlighting or bringing back, or maybe bringing up for somebody that missed it, because that happens, especially in the last little while where we've been getting so much for game releases on top of each other, on top of each other, on top of each other, where sometimes it's just inevitably you're gonna miss something, but like I was talking about earlier, your backlog's fucking massive. You might have missed something, or it gets lost in the shuffle of the backlog, or you just didn't even look at it because oh my god, I've already got fucking 20 games that I haven't even played yet. Anywho, that's me done babbling for now. Saturday is D&D, so I will be starting a little bit later. Um, but Saturday is also the return to Subnautica Saturdays. We'll be diving back into that. I believe I was trying to find a place in the little mushroom forest there to build a secondary base, as well as trying to get around the Reaper Leviathan and get a little deeper and find my Cyclone parts. Cyclone? Is that what it's called? Cyclops. The bigger sub, so I can actually go deeper and progress the story a little bit. Um, I also realized that because I missed it in the actual cinematic part of it when the sunbeam comes down, because I got stuck in an area trying to go around because it was coming down. I was way out, so I was trying to get back around. Tried to shortcut around the crashed Aurora. Got weirdly stuck in an invisible wall there and died, and then it reset me back to my thing, so I missed the whole cutscene and everything happening and did not find that island, so I have to go looking for that island as well to see if I can find anything there and start getting some progressive clues. Because I saw somebody that we rated earlier, Captain Mal's Wisdom, on there. I was like, I realized, I knew got found shot by the gun, somebody had mentioned it, but I didn't realize that you could already discover that island at that point. Like I thought you couldn't actually get there for a long time from what I had inferred from seeing people's videos or reading things about it. So cool, I'm gonna go check that out and check out some alien shit. Sunday we're back to Sundays in Space. Sorry, I extended the babble a little bit to just roll around and talk about what's coming up, even though it's down there on the thing. We usually wrap up and just kind of have it as part of the VOD and me talking about what's coming up next. Anyway, Sunday's back to Sundays in Space, so I'll have episode 2 of Mass Effect Legendary Edition restart because I did fucked up a couple things in the previous one, and then I only got a couple episodes in, and like the couple month long hiatus was on, and I was like, I didn't want there to be this weird gap in it, so restarted it. Monday's Medieval Monday. That'll be last or second last. Trying maybe to make it the second last, just so I can have a really kind of definitive finale episode for it for season 2 with Regions of Ruin, because I'm definitely close to the end of that game. Again, deeper and more to it than I thought was going to be, and I do highly recommend it. I'm gonna play back through it again at some point too. It was actually really cool. Tuesday, turning back Tuesday, get some more banjo. I have to do the research to make sure we can properly clear Cloud Cuckoo Land, because we're near the end of that, and I have other backed up shit for turning back Tuesday that I want to get to. Cough cough, Spyro remastered and Crash remastered trilogies. A little teaser for what's coming up that isn't on the page. Oh, so now it's necessary that you listen. It's like the Marvel after credits thing. Tee. Um, Wednesday is wild card, but instead of Death's Door this next week, I'm going to lean towards jumping back into Little Nightmares that I started for Halloween and then kind of fell off of, so I can get that wrapped up, and then we'll aim at more at aiming off, wrapping up Death's Door, and then I've got the little split off for some sub theme alternating bi-weekly wildcard Wednesdays for that are gonna run for a while. And Thursdays we're back here. Probably I don't. May do another build episode for the Valheim next week, and might see about introducing another one of the longer running ones, as well as seeing about trying to get another Wolves of Midgard episode in, because gotta get that moving again. And I have no idea how long this game is. The wife and I have been playing through it. We've been playing like we're way ahead of where I am in the stream playthrough, and it's still Act 1. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's cool and it's fun. It's just like, gee, holy fuck, man! Like, how long is this game? But okay, I'm gonna actually shut the fuck up and stop rambling. Thank you everybody for coming out and hanging out. Hopefully, as always, the content has been stimulating and satisfying to you. It's the point of why I come here and play these games. And even if you just lurked, a lurk is still a lurk, and we love you for it. Feel free to lurk all you want. Feel free to talk if you want to. That's totally cool with me. Give me just a second to see if I've got somebody to raid to. Well, we got Big Mama Lisa playing some Dead by Daylight. And she generally plays killer, and I think she's playing the piggy guy, because her stream title is "The Pig Smells the Bacon." So we're gonna go watch Big Mama Lisa murder people. Let me give her a quick little shout out, which reminds me I do have to adjust and add a couple more shout outs to the Nightbot. Bear with me as I'm getting back into this whole streaming thing after a couple months off and learning with a new program and trying to adjust and bring some things in the overall quality and professionalism of the stream back up. Sorry, it's going to take a little bit. Just remember what the shout out is. That'll help. Make the raid call. So everybody, I need you to get your axes and shields ready, my Drengir. Get ready to get in the longboat. We're going on a raid. And where we're going, the more murder, the better. Gonna create that. Everybody all ready? We all good? Axes, shields, spears, longbows, swords, tools of destruction. Pile on into the longboat. Let's go on a raid!